Hey, everybody, what is going on? Serial of Jeff here, and today we're playing Entropia Universe. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a nice little 50 PED mining run on Next Island. So for those guys not in the loop, basically this is what's going on. I came to Next Island because they've got this great system where they're going to be rewarding content creators with a unique piece of armor every month that they create X number of video streams, whatever it is. In my case, it's going to be videos, so you guys can expect to see about 5 Entropia Universe Next Island themed videos out of me, at least for the coming months. So basically what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be going out on a mining run, exploring, and sort of seeing what this world has to offer. So as you can see, these cliffs are like super tight here. So we're gonna have to be on our best behavior to make sure we don't die. If you're a Next Island developer and you're watching this, that would be something to fix. I know it seems like not that bad of a deal to just do cliffs like this, but it's actually really annoying when you're trying to run and you fall and die. And yeah, it's not nice. I realize I can use ships and all that to get around it, but yeah, that's just a small little thing. Anyways, it looks like now we're in the open field, so we're sort of good to go there. So yeah, we're going to be doing a 50 PD mining run, running around Next Island and sort of seeing what there is to see. And yeah, this is hopefully one of the 5 videos. That's one thing that I wasn't like. They said it ends up being at the admin's discretion and it should be like somewhat related to Next Island. So I don't know. I'm wondering if my like serial overdrive style videos are gonna work for this, but we'll just we'll make a go of it, see what happens, and hope for the best, right? You know, hopefully when they were talking about that, they had my style of videos in mind because. You know, they said no like global, no Hoff compilations or anything like that. I mean, honestly, if you've got enough video footage to get 5 videos of like global Hoff compilations into one, like if you get that many globals, that many Hoffs, they should be like welcoming you with open arms to the planet. But I get what they mean. They don't want people to put out lazy content where they're not doing anything and just sort of farming the armor set. Which adds to its rarity. So that's why I'm hoping like this will work out for me. But we'll see. I love what they're doing with it, and that's one of the reasons I'm here at this planet. So far, I haven't really done enough to make up my mind as far as like how I feel about the planet. Overall, it seems pretty decent. I know it's a smaller development team, so they did a pretty good job with what they're given. My only criticism would be it does feel a little bit empty at times. There's no mobs, there's nothing. It's good for mining, but it's not quite. It could be better. It could be better, I guess. But let's keep going. Let's see what we run into because these are just like early impressions. I'm running to this big like monolith here, and I'm thinking there might be something here. Like the deeper we get, the more I'm thinking this might be a cave. And that, you know, that's the thing too, right? Like Entropia Universe and just the maps in general, what they lend themselves to is exploration. You run around this map for, you know, tons and tons of time. And, you know, most of the time you're not really seeing anything all that unique. You're just sort of sitting back, relaxing, hanging out, just mining, hunting, whatever you're doing. And then every now and then you just come across this like absolute gem of a thing. So I'm hoping that as we get deeper and deeper into Next Island and more off like the beaten path, which these are sort of like your default teleporters. I'd say this is like the normal path. Off the beaten path, I guess would be here. This is sort of like the adventure zone, and I'm hoping we're gonna find some cool stuff out here. So let's keep going because that's one of the things. Like this is one of the things, and this is one of the reasons I actually do like going to new planets. There's just so much new content to explore, right? Like you have no idea what's out there until you start going and looking and seeing things. Going, looking, seeing. Yeah, that's a thing. But like Next Island, and this would be my big complaint. This isn't even on the devs. It's so far away. So here's my experience getting to Next Island. Like to actually go on this adventure, I've got to go to Next Island. So first off, I was stupid, okay? I have a quad wing right now. I've actually got 2 quad wings. One of them is on Arcadia. So what happened was I had my like quad wing that I've had for years and years and years. It basically just ended up despawning, went into storage in Arcadia, no big deal. Me, being an idiot, did not check my storage before I left. I just got a mothership back from Arcadia to Calypso because, why not? It's way faster, and I'd pay the PEDs to just save the time. So I got the mothership back. I get back, and I realize I left my quad wing behind. I'm thinking, all right, whatever. I'll deal with it on Calypso, and then I'll get a ride over to Arcadia when I'm done on Calypso, when I want to go to a new planet, grab the quad wing, and then we can go somewhere else. So yeah, this thing comes out for Next Island. I'm like, okay, time to buckle up and go. I asked multiple times in chat. No one with a warp drive was able to actually take me to Next Island. I had one person who told me if I could get to Tulun, they'd be willing to give me a ride from there. But nobody wanted to take me from Calypso to Next Island. And now, granted, I could come on a weekend. I could arrange my whole schedule so that it is focused on Entropia Universe, and I can come on a certain time. But that's not where I'm at right now, right? Ooh, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is cool, right? Look at this. So there's just all these mobs. They're like caged. Oh, that's so cool. Oh boy, wait. See, can he go through the cage? No, he can't. All right. That's so cool. Look at this. I see. I love how this is. The spawn was contained within here. They spawn inside of this fence, and you can just go in and hunt at your leisure. I love that. This is actually like a really cool idea. This is what I'm talking about when I say explore. Like this is a cool idea. Let's. Okay. Little. Oops. Well, we're out of weapon cells. Let's keep going. But that's cool. That's cool. I love how they did that. Oh boy. Uh-oh. All right. So now we got a problem. Let's just, how much do we have? How many shots do we have here? 2 shots. I think I can. Where'd it go? I was gonna say 2 shots. I think I can do it. Where did the mobs go though? Did they just disappear? Okay. So yeah. I guess the mobs just went back to where they were. Anyways, on with the story. So that's what I'm talking about when I say explore. Like, you go farther out, you find these cool things. That was pretty cool. I like how they did that. It's a very unique take on mob spawns, and I like that approach. I think that's something that we should, they should explore doing in other planets, because that was a cool idea right there. Shout out to whoever had it. What was I saying though? Yeah. So yeah, one of the problems was, like, I go on, I want to get a mothership, and I'm just like, all right, let's, who can take me here? I don't really care. Like, if it's 40, 50 PDs, whatever. Like, I just want to get there fast so I can start filming. Don't have to waste time traveling. Because here's the thing. Like, the situation I'm in right now, I'd rather spend the 50 PDs to get to a location so I can just start filming, making videos, just getting content right off the bat, than spend an hour flying my ship across the universe. Because that's just, you can't do much with that, right? So yeah, I spent a couple days just on chat, like saying, hey, anyone with a mothership willing to take me? I tried trade chat, I tried the space channel chat, and nothing. So yeah, I ended up having to go out, buy a quad wing, and take that quad wing then to Next Island. So that was a bit annoying, and that's one of the things that I think is holding them back, and it's not even their fault. That I think routinely that's one of the things I've probably been most annoyed with. I've never gotten a proper response. I've asked a few people at MindArc and stuff like this, like just through the Q&A stuff, all public, right? Like, you can probably pull it up on the forums or something. And I've never gotten a satisfying response as to why space is so big and why it takes so long to travel across. Granted, it does increase the value of a warp drive, right? Like, it makes me want to have a ship that can do a warp thing, right? But the problem is, if the demand is there, but there's no supply, like, what are we supposed to do? Because here's the thing, like, if a mothership came up to me and there's someone with a warp, right? They come up and they say, hey, you need to get from Calypso to Next Island. I'll charge you 100 PDs. Good to go, right? Like, if I need it in that moment and I really want to do it, I'm willing to pay it. And at that moment, that's what I wanted. I was willing to pay that. Because, it cost me like 100 PDs to get the quad wing, to get the thruster, to come all the way over here. That took an hour. And, like, my time's worth something. And, if I want to make these videos at any sort of, like, acceptable rate, I feel like I've got to pay a little bit more just so I can have the time, right? Because that's a thing, right? Like, just, I don't go into my private life too much. Like, I'll dig into it here and there with cool stories and stuff like that. But, like, yeah, I've just been super busy. So it was one of those times where like I had a spare hour. I was like, let's make a video. Let's get this warp out of the way. We can talk during the warp, get some good stuff. First impressions of Next Island. And instead I had to go buy a quad wing and just let my laptop like fly me over to Next Island overnight, which sucks because then I woke up in a spaceport and it's like, okay, now I'm in the middle of nowhere. Got to do it again. But yeah, that's one of those experiences that I really do think holds players back. And I'd like to see something done about it, but I don't know what you could do because you don't want to ruin the contract you've got with the motherships either, right? Like that. Ooh, got some Dark Lysterium or Dark List. This right here, this is what you want, Dark Lysterium, because the markup on it is supposedly insane. Everybody's like, I want to find it. I want more of it. I want as much as you can get. And folks, we got it. We got it. Mission accomplished. 200% markup right here. That is the shit. Like if you are coming here and you want to start mining, this is what you should be mining for. At least that's why. Oh, hold on. Serial Overdrive might be pulling the stupid here. Let's go ahead and refine this real quick. Moment of truth. Oh, look at that. Not being a complete moron. All right. 232%. That's what I'm talking about, folks. That is great markup right there. And if you can find stuff like that routinely, you're good to go. You're golden. And ironically, the more people that come here, the less golden you're going to be because there's going to be more people pulling that stuff up. But let's just keep the good times rolling while we can. We're rocking with that Dark Lysterium or Dark List. That is it. But yeah, the time it takes you to get from point A to point B can be quite the barrier to entry, I feel like. And that's one of the things I'd like to see it fixed. You know? Got 21 probes left. I don't even know if I'm going to make a full 50 PD mining run out of this, but like, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, it's got some fruit. A lot of fruit here. But yeah, that's like, yeah, that's a barrier to entry. And I understand the problems because I think ideally space would be more populated. I think Mindark had some really good ideas behind it, and I think they just didn't quite come to fruition, and now they're sort of stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Because let's face it, the problem is people with the motherships are sort of those like Ubers. Ooh, we got that, folks. Do you see that? Dark Lysterium, number 2, claim number 2. We're not. I was gonna cross the river and go over to the other side, see what was over there. We're not doing that. We're running this thing right here. And look at this, right? This line right here. Hopefully this is going to be the golden line. Hopefully this is the golden goose. This is where Serial Overdrive makes some money mining. Let's keep dropping it. Got some mountain boars up here. So let's just head down south then. I don't want to deal with hunting because then I have to buy ammo and I don't even have all that much time. So let's head down. Yeah, let's keep going. This actually could be a really good location. The fact that I gave it to all you guys, you know, it is what it is, right? Congrats. I mean, you know, the thing is, this is why there's a lot of people that are higher up that actually hate me for this. If I find a good location, I share it, and that sort of ruins the location. But I don't play enough that I care that much. But then there's all these people every now and then I'll find someone's favorite location, and then, I'll ruin it. So there's a lot of people that are not Serial Overdrive fans, and usually those are the higher level players. I know that for a fact, which sucks because you know they're the ones Mindark cares about. I think, you know, and I want everybody to be happy, but at the same time, like I got to make the videos. The chords are right down here, down in that bottom right hand corner. Like, you know, if I find something good, I've got to call it out as good, right? So yeah, it is what it is. If this is one of your locations that you guys love and you're hating the fact that I'm giving it up, just hold off for like 2 weeks and then it's going to be good. Because this is the thing, like with mining, a lot of people, and I sort of subscribe to this belief, think that I'm going to end up having to shoot off some probes, I think. Let's just keep going south, or some ammo. A lot of people think that like the way loot works with mining is sort of, what is this thing? Mountain boar piglet. All right, maybe we can just avoid it. Let's see what happens. A lot of people think that basically, like, once you find a quote claim, you've got to wait for it to recharge, and like claims are sort of shared among players. I'm not sure if I subscribe to that belief, but I could definitely see there being a max drop amount. Oh, we got some more Dark Lysterium. That's awesome. Look at that. Look at that. We're just hitting it off right here. But yeah, a lot of people think that claims are shared among players. So what happens is when I find Dark Lysterium here, it means that you come along and you can't find it. Like one area can only drop a certain amount of every single ore and matter in a certain period. And once it's been dropped, you can come by, you can mine, like a mother, and you're not going to find anything. So when a lot of people come to the same area, sometimes people get a little upset about it because that's, they're thinking about how the loot pool works and they're realizing that this is sort of it's loot in a way that they feel like is being taken out of their pocket. Now, at the same time, nobody knows exactly how the loot pool works, which makes it like hard because you don't know if what's happening is harming you, hurting you, helping you. It's hard to know, but yeah, I get what they're saying, and especially this area. Like I'm not seeing anyone here, and the fact that I'm about to get attacked is not a good sign either. All right, I'm gonna have to end up buying some ammo, I think. So let's pull this out. Last time I did this, actually, I ended up globaling. So let's see what happens. I didn't get that on video, unfortunately. That was one of the ones I'm like, oh, I should have recorded that, but I didn't. So it is what it is. So yeah, last time this happened, I was out hunting, right? Got some big ones here. I might have to throw on the armor. Oh, come on. Really? They're all attacking me. All right, this is going to get intense here. I might not be able to pull it off. I don't know. I don't want to put armor on. I'm gonna try and. Oh, I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it, am I? Some suspense, some action. Oh, look at that! I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon, folks. Oh, I was calling the victory right there, and that was not a victory. Oh boy. And where are we spawning? Is it a ship? No, we're just spawning on top of. Okay, whatever. We spawned in a weird place. That's cool though. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I was calling it a victory too soon. I was calling it in. I'm like, I got them all. We're good. Serial Overdrive wins the day, and then out of nowhere, it was on the map. Boar came out and killed me. That's how it goes, right? You win some, you lose some. Some people hate me, like not hate me, but some people get really upset because it's not ego, right? Like if you're a new player and you're watching what I'm doing and don't do what I'm doing, if you're mining, you want to be, sort of, if you're mining and you plan to hunt or you plan to defend yourself, just go out with armor, right? Then if something attacks you, you're armored up. It won't do as much damage. If I had my ghost armor on, I would have been fine. But at the same time, I paid a lot of money for my clothes in this game. Let me show you, and I lost a lot of money on my clothes in this game. So these Storm jeans right here, right? What are they selling for now? 44 plus 44. You know how much these cost me? I bought them over a decade ago. What were they selling for in 2011? 250 PEDs. At that point, I lost 50% of my value on these things. I paid 500 PEDs for these damn jeans. And now they're worth 44. My God, that was a stupid call. It happens, though. That's how it goes. But yeah, the clothes definitely were not my best choice here. Oop. Nope, let's not do that. All right, so we're gonna armor up. You guys saw the jeans. You saw how much they costed. You felt bad for me. So now we gotta heal up a little bit. Get this going here. One thing I am noticing, I'm not sure why. I noticed a little bit of lag on Next Island that I was not noticing on Calypso. Now, there is a chance that this is just, a coincidence, right? Like the lag was, it would be happening wherever I go, and it's just I happen to be on Next Island at this time, but figured it's worth calling out. And I think it's network lag because it's not like my game's lagging. It's not like FPS or anything like that. What I'm noticing is my what I'm noticing is it just takes sometimes I'll go to equip something and it'll take longer than it should for that thing to be equipped. But overall, actually, I'm really liking Next Island. Like we've got some good loot, it's some good times, having some fun with it. Sort of a chill place. I like the fact now that we're actually running into some mobs and stuff like that. Like just off the bat, it was feeling a little more like plainsy. It wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but now it's coming together. It's coming together. I'm going to cross the plains. We're going to see what's up. I just lost my quad wing, so that means I'm not going to be crossing the plains. I just realized that. We're going to be going down south, I guess, seeing what's up there. It's good that I'm getting oil, too, because I think I used most of my oil when I came over here. That's other... Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. But yeah, this is... It's nice. I'm glad that this whole content creation thing actually motivated me to leave Calypso and check out Next Island, see what's up there. Ancient Greece is going to be another interesting one. So that's the new addition to Next Island right down here. I'm curious what they've got there. I know Ancient Greece seems to have a lot more sort of Uber things. So I'm not sure if it's going to be quite cut out for me. For those of you guys wondering, I've been playing Entropia Universe for a long time, but I played it more like a business simulator than a actual like MMORPG. My goal wasn't so much to get the most skills or become the best. It was to get skills, become the best, but also to be more of like a businessman, run a successful business, have a shop, do all of that, which I managed to do. The only thing I still haven't managed to do, and I don't even think I want to at this point, is to get a land area. That was one of the goals. Like when I originally started Entropia Universe, right? Like this was back in like 2005, 2006, way back in the day, right? My whole goal, because I saw like the Treasure Island news, the Club Never Die news, I was like, I need to get a land area. That is owning land in Entropia Universe, making money off players hunting on my land where I can set the mob and do all this cool stuff. That's where it's at. That's what I wanted. That was the dream. But looking at it now, I'm not 100% sure if I'd rather, like I keep saying I'm busy. I know it's like a broken record, but like I'm busy. So it's like, would I even be able to maintain a land area, or would it be better just to keep this money in deeds and let those keep rolling over? Because so far, like deeds seem like winners, honestly. Like they're all right. Combat deeds did not do the greatest. Got to admit that, but otherwise, I can't complain. Like even Ancient Greece, got some stuff there. Like Ancient Greece, right? I thought those were going to be losers as far as deeds go, and they weren't. I was completely wrong about that. I'll do probably another video where I talk about all this, but like completely wrong there. Honestly, the price on them has not even dropped that much. My original sort of theory where I'm like, hey, I'm just going to put like 1,000 PDs in, get some, returns and see where that comes out. It sort of worked out for me, right? Like I put 1,000 PDs into the deeds. I got some returns off of those deeds initially, and then I sold them at a slight loss, but ended up coming out like pretty okay. Like I didn't really lose that much, didn't really gain that much, like break even. And honestly, that's not even that bad. Arcadia Moon deeds, I still think those were a bit of a mess, but the price, 40 PDs, you wouldn't have lost too much if you bought Arcadia Moon deeds right off the bat. And, that's a 10 PD loss, I think it would be roughly. That's not terrible. And you're getting returns on them now. Like, it seems like the price on these things keeps going up right now. So, like, good news all around. And honestly, I was wrong there. And that's fair, like, I think you guys should allow me to be wrong once in a while. I'm just talking about this. I'm always talking about everything from an entertainment point of view rather than a pure, like, can you make this? Can you make that? Like, all right, and we're back. So sorry about that, folks. Not sure where we sort of left off, but basically, dogs started barking. I had to go take care of that. So I'll probably edit this together somehow, and you guys are gonna be jumping in at some point, and you'll get the full video experience, right? Like you'll get it all. Don't worry. I'll edit this up. You guys won't even. Maybe you'll notice. Maybe you won't. We'll see. See what I decide to leave in. It's just a little bit more work on my end, but hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make it worth it for me, and we'll keep doing it like this. But yeah, like I was saying, like not sometimes I'm busy. Nice thing about recording rather than like streaming or something like that. When I'd stream and do stuff like this where I just have to end the stream early, people go nuts. People are not happy about that at all. Whereas when I'm doing a video like this, it's easy because I can sort of try and edit it all together. And if you guys can't tell, over the years I've gotten a little bit better at editing, so that's nice too, right? Quantum stone. What is this thing worth? I always sometimes get these unique stones. I've gotten this before. I think on Calypso. I could be wrong, but I think I think this is one of them that used to be marked up quite high, but it's just not. No, it never was. All right. It's like 140 in the past. Now it's like 120. That's not too big of a dip. I thought it was worth way more. There's certain ores in enmatter that, like, back in the day, they were worth so much. And then, I went inactive for a couple years. Not a couple years. I went inactive for a while and just left it all in storage, thinking it would go up in value. And now it's worth like nothing. It's, TT plus 100 or something. So I just keep it because I don't want to admit the fact that I got it wrong. I might be crazy here, but does Dark Lyst have a different marker than normal? Is that a thing? That's interesting. We'll have to check it out. But yeah, I'm sort of, like I keep saying, I want to hear from you guys where I should be going on Next Island, because the thing is, like, we're gonna be here for a while, because I really do want to at least put in my due diligence, make some videos, get some Next Island content, see what everybody's feeling, and then go from there. So we're going to be doing at least like 5-6 videos minimum. And I wouldn't mind getting at least one piece of armor. But yeah, what I'd like to see is, where should I go? What should I do? What would be a cool place to check out? And like always, I'm going to tell everybody about it. So don't give me your top secret mining or crafting location like I was talking about before. The location where you want to see more people. That's what you should be giving me. Ooh, some crude oil. Although this is not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for crude oil. Oh, also, I completely spaced on this one. Using a TerraMaster 4. I think it's pretty close to maxed out if it isn't. Yeah, it's maxed out, I think. So, there you go. TerraMaster 4, that's what I'm using. Decent depth on it. Does what I want to do. Honestly, when it comes to like mining and a lot of this stuff, I'm not looking to get better gear. It's always nice, but for mining, mostly my goal is just to, try and break even, try and pull up some cool stuff from the ground, get a nice sort of chill vibe going with it, right? So let's, just pull out whatever finder I've got and go for it. I love the way the water looks here. Look at this. It's got that like nice turquoise feel to it. It really feels tropical. I don't know if you've been to the Mediterranean. That's like the feeling I get from this water. So that's a big plus. I like that. They really they went with that tropical vibe here, and they really like stuck with it. And I like that they did that, because it had, Next Island, like that's the right feel for it. Now, the fact that you've got a planet called Next Island is a bit weird, because like, of course a planet would have islands, but like, it's not really a planet. There's, is this an island? I don't know. It's just what I'm thinking. I would have liked to see, what do we have here? Did I forget a resource? No, not really. All right, but yeah, like, what was I gonna say? What I'd like to see is a little bit more continuity between the various planets, because that's probably my biggest complaint right now. The fact that like the universe isn't sort of linked together at all. And I get that's part of the planet partner thing, but they still did it with I don't know, when you had back in the day, when you had like Treasure Island and you had all these different things going on, like they still had this like continuity between them all. There's still this like link between it all. I'd like to see that come back. I keep talking about it. One of the reasons I keep talking about it is because I think Mindark, I think there's someone that has the power to say, hey, let's do this. I think a lot of planet partners would jump on board. So I keep pushing it, and maybe one day it'll happen. I can dream, right? Let's go ahead and kill these things. They're a little annoying. I'll put an amp on this too, just so it goes faster. So yeah, the mountain boars, they don't seem like they're too difficult. If you got ghost armor and you got a halfway decent gun, you should be able to take them out pretty fast. So that's nothing to concern yourself about. So far, actually, here, this seems like actually pretty. I don't know if I'd say beginner friendly planet, but if you're a new player and you want somewhere to go, it seems like this wouldn't be a bad place to pick, because nothing here is blowing me away, right? Like, if you have a decent set of armor, even if you got Pixie, like, you can work your way around these boars. Every mob I've run into, I think with Pixie armor, with some base level armor, you could do okay. Like you could hold your own, right? Now, you're not gonna be able to take on like a million boars and just train them all over the place, but at the same time, is that really what you need? Like most of these are pretty low level things, so it's not not too imperative that you need like the best armor or anything like that, but just, you know, if you can take them out, it's a good place to mine, good place to hunt. You can do something a little bit different. And as a new player, it's always nice when you can just land on a place and know everything you can take on is, know you can take on everything, right? Kill that poor piglet carcass. I feel a little bit bad about killing a piglet. It's a little mean. It is what it is, though. All right, so let's keep going here. We got 5 more probes left to drop. Let's see where we end up with this. I know you guys want that full run, that full 50 PD run, so let's make it happen. Okay, we got some gas here. The other question, too, that comes into play with this is how I'm going to sell all these resources. So we've talked about this before. I think there's going to be people that will be willing to buy some of this stuff here, but a lot of it is actually more lucrative if you can get it over to Calypso. Now, the problem with that, though, is in getting it over to Calypso, you risk it, right? So you gotta always like debate it with yourself. Like, is it worth it? And for some of these things it is, and for some of these things it isn't. Something like oil, you can just stick in your ship and take it. Something like List, it doesn't have a high enough markup that is super worth it, in my opinion. But, you know, it's one of those things like to each their own. It looks like we're going on more of a boar hunt here than anything. So let's just kill this thing here. I hate that I'm doing this because I wanted to make this like a pure mining run. And then like you just run into these mobs and I don't have the time to just... I used to like pick my way through and like slowly weave around. But now I feel like it's better for the flow of the video. It's better for the feel if you can just go in here and take things out. There's a lot of cool little things that you're looting too. I don't know how valuable any of this stuff is, but I do like the fact that I'm getting new loot, right? I'm not just getting shrapnel. I'm getting like crystals and all sorts of interesting names, right? It's, ooh, what is this? That's something a little different. Why are we, all right, all of a sudden we're over encumbered. So what is, that's a, I don't think I've looted this ever before. See what this converts to. And we'll see how much it's worth. Also, we're just gonna, we'll refine all this stuff too. Get some of that weight out of there. Not too much markup on that. So I'm not going crazy about that one. Okay, and now the other problem is we have too much junk on me. So I just loaded everything up because I was coming here from Calypso. So let's you can just throw those down. Should be good. All right. So yeah, you can see with the inventory, there's 2 things to keep track of, right? The weight and the items. I've got 200 items, so I just dropped those vehicles. They'll go back to my inventory, and I can now run. If I need more, basically what I'm gonna do is open up the inventory and just drop all this junk in here. I should probably leave these somewhere, but I just keep my pets on me. Every now and then I'll spawn one and realize I've got nothing I can do with it, and then that's it. But yeah, these things, if you look at this, you can even see how old these are. 2008 is when it was tamed. Look at that, 2008. I'm the original, not the original owner. It was actually tamed by someone in my society who's just like, oh yeah, here, you can have these because I don't have any use for them. But yeah, you can see just how old my avatar is, right? When you see that stuff, and it's like, oh wow, like, and you can see I've got a lot of these ancient pets, and I don't have anything else other than that. I don't know if they're rare because there's not much you can do with them, but they do show the age of my account, which is sort of I like to keep it on there. It's proof that I am who I say I am. Because yeah, there's some people that don't think my account's actually that old, which I always find weird. Like there was someone that was telling me like there's someone that goes around and they're saying my account's like from I think 2015, 2016 or something like that. And like this person's just like, oh, I need to see all this and like your logs and all that so I can verify it. I don't know who they are to verify it, but it's like, dude, just go to my YouTube channel. Sort by oldest, Entropia Universe, older than the date you're giving me. Obviously, you're wrong. But yeah, you know, that's how people are. And personally, I think part of it's like a, you know, doxing thing and all that. They're hoping that I'll screenshot that, like, what are we talking about? That, like, basic account information page where it gives out your other details and then they can work with that. But yeah, that's not going to happen. So let's see. Last probe here. Let's see if we can get anything with it. Out of luck, but let's total everything up and see where we're sitting here. Because I actually think this was a pretty good run, to be honest, especially with this right here. We've got about 7 PDs of Dark Lysterium, which actually ends up being 14. So there's going to be a 7 PD addition just onto whatever we get. Like right here, we start with 50 PDs. We've got 46, okay? So we lost 4 PDs, but just from the Dark Lysterium, we're going to pretty much get double our money for that, right? So we're probably going to be 3 PDs up from that. You add in some of the markup on all this stuff, and we're pretty good, I'd say. So yeah, overall, a pretty good mining run here. My first official mining run with totals and all that on Next Island. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have questions, comments, anything like that, as always, just leave them down below. But otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.